your message to all the budding presenters, someone who wants to venture into the field of film, television, or radio, or anything? How do they keep themselves updated, be prepared, and what are those things that they should look forward in the industry?
So, as I said, don't unnecessarily complicate things. If there is something that you want to do, if there's something that's in your heart and there's something that you're contemplating about, there is no reason to overanalyze. You should go for it. As I said, remember my words, give it a shot, never say no to an opportunity. But I also feel like what's most important is having a conversation with yourself. So a lot of times people, have these discussions with me, content creators, influencers, you could call them, and they say, you know what, we should do this, we should do that because they would like that. My audience would like that. They would connect, they would relate. And I just looked at this person and said, why do you care so much about what they like or what they're expecting off of you? Why do you not care more about who you are, what you want to show to the people? Isn't that what's supposed to be your priority? So I said, the only question you should be asking, what is it that you want to do? Does it make me happy? Those are the only two questions. Is this what you want to do? Yes. Does it make you happy? Yes. You go for it. It's life is as simple as these two questions. Asking yourself these two questions, there is literally no other obstacle in your way. Okay, if there are other things like monetary issues or whatever you say that, there's reasons why we can't do it, you put it to the side. As I put my fashion plan to the side. Never discard something because you couldn't do it in that moment. You can always do it in another moment, at another time. There's always a time for the right thing to happen. So don't ever discard your dreams, discard your plans because it didn't work out in that particular moment for you. Have faith that it will happen at another point of time and have faith in yourself. Focus on yourself, ask yourself these questions. You and only you decide what you want to do in life and how you want to do it. Not the people watching, not the people liking your posts, not the people subscribing to your channel. Of course, they're the people who help you build, help you grow. So, of course, you keep them happy. But that does not mean you put on a show. That does not mean you become something for them. You become something who you are not. I have never done that. A lot of times people ask me like, oh my god, you should have more followers, your views are so high, and I said, yeah, I like to let things be organic. I will never be the kind of person to go ask for something. I will never be the kind of person to become something else just for the sake of those followers. Like, I don't want to be, one of those content creators where you're just lip syncing to a song, like, oh, crying, fake tears. I cannot do that. Yes, of course, that's something that other people are better at, good at, very good at, pros at. Not mocking or anything. That's good for you. It floats your boat. It doesn't float mine. It sinks mine. That's not who I am here. And I will never try to be someone that I'm not. So I will do what I want to do. I will do what I like to do. I will do what makes me happy. If that makes you happy, you're welcome. You're part of my family, my little family that I've built, that I have taken care of. But if you're not, then you're more than welcome to move on and see what works for you. So I think that's the only advice that I would give to fellow presenters or budding presenters, someone who's in the industry. As I said, never be competitive of someone else, be competitive of yourself. Analyze your own work, your own growth. Do not ever hesitate. Do not overcomplicate things. If something makes you happy, just go ahead and do it. And I think that's about it. Lastly, I would just want to say, do not imitate, innovate. That's also one thing that I go by, because I see a lot of influencers who watch something and they're like, oh, that's so cool, I want to do the exact same thing. Okay, you might do it in a better way because you have better resources, but is that your idea? Are you really proud of it in the heart, from your soul? Do you really feel proud of what you've done by copying someone else's idea? No, you're not. But if you think of something yourself and do it, you're going to be so proud of what you did. Even if it's a silly 5-second clip, but it was your idea, it was your baby, you gave it life. So you're going to be so proud of it. I do that. I taking inspiration is a whole different ballgame. You can take inspiration, you can be inspired by someone. But if you start doing the exact same thing, that's part of plagiarism. You're trying to steal someone else's identity, you're trying to be someone else. Don't do that. So these are a few tips that I would give. This is something that I learned on the go. And as someone who I feel I've done different things and I know that I can give a small bit of an advice, this is something that I would like to say. But if I have to put everything in a circle, it is let's give it a shot.
With this, we have come to the end of the first episode of With Flying Colors. Thank you so much, Zohra, for being here, for coming back to your institution, for sharing your message, and for guiding most of our students who look up to you. We, especially from the School of Media and Communication and Manipal Academy of Higher Education, we wish you best with everything that you do. We would like to soon see your brand, Zohra, in the market. All the best.
It's nothing short of an honor for me to be back here. As I said, this is the moment when life has come full circle for me. From being there to here, my journey has been about that. My journey is not, my journey is just this.
Yeah, the distance is very
Just this
short.
one line.
Yes.
So it doesn't feel like I've come back after 10 years. It feels like it was just yesterday I walked out of the doors,
Yeah.
and I walked back in,
Yeah.
looking a little different, but you know how they say everything is same but different.
Yes.
It's exactly that for me.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute joy. You are so charming, and you made this so easy for me.
Thank you.
So thank you, and thank you, Mahi.
So, with this, we have come to the first episode. We have come to the end of the first episode of With Flying Colors. Stay tuned to all the social media platforms of School of Media and Communication by Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Dubai, where we will be sharing our very first video content as well as podcast on Spotify, on YouTube, as well as on Instagram. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye.